It's Wednesday, time for our weekly trip to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live from Suamico, where he's with the albino alligator. Good morning, Neil.
Well, good morning. You know, we can't bring you a white Christmas, but we can bring you a white alligator.
Love it.
How's that? Is that close enough? That's as close as we can do out here at the zoo. But we're back behind the giraffe exhibit, and we kind of set, this is the first year we set the albino alligator. This is Lucky. He's about 12 years old. We set him up in a kind of a winter holding area behind our giraffe exhibit. You can see the way this is kind of set up. You know, we've got a lot of rubber mats to keep him off the concrete. He has a pool that he can get in and soak. And then in addition to that, you know, we've got two different heaters in here. We keep it about 78 degrees. And you can also see we set it up also with a heat lamp and a heat mat, so he can adjust his temperature around here. Now the surroundings in here is about 78 degrees. Now here's what's interesting with alligators, you know, especially in the northernmost part of their range. So when you're looking up into like North Carolina, you know, northern Georgia, Arkansas, you know, they get up in those areas. But you know, they will go ahead and they'll actually kind of make a cave in the bank. They'll go really, you know, I mean, quite a few feet back, and they'll kind of stay in there. They'll go kind of dormant throughout the winter. But one of the other interesting things that people don't know is that in the winter too is they'll also do what we call an icing behavior. And imagine if his pond froze. And what they do is, because obviously you got to breathe, is they'll take the snout, the end, you know, of the whole nose area with the, you know, so they can actually breathe, and they'll stick that up above the pond, and it'll ice around them, and they'll be iced in like that for a while until the pond will go ahead and thaw. The ice on it will thaw. So that's a way that they can go ahead and survive. Now, you know, one of the things with that, you know, and that's kind of when they thought, you know, the limitations of the range of how far north they could go is because, you know, adults can do this pretty easily, but juveniles have a real difficult time with it, with that type of icing behavior. So that is kind of like the limit to where they can be. Now with him, you know, like I say, he's got it made in here, so he'll be, you know, somewhat dormant throughout the winter. You know, his activity patterns will be a little bit lower. Now, like I say, he's about 7 feet long. These guys can get up to, the males grow a little bit faster, almost a foot a year. With him, he's 12 years old. He can probably, by the time he's 25 years old, would be about 13 feet, somewhere in there. And then if you want to go from 13 to maybe 16 feet, and the record's about 19 feet, that takes an additional 25 years to grow. He also has got a lot of teeth. He's got about 80 teeth in his mouth, probably anywhere between 74 and 80, and he'll replace those 4 or 5 times in his lifetime as well.
I have nightmares now.
So, and you can pet him once.
Really?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, come on out. But he's you know, he usually is on exhibit, like I say, through the spring through fall, and then in the winter we put him behind the scenes. And one of the things we do is we have behind the scenes programs throughout the winter. We're open all winter too, so you do get an opportunity if you take a behind the scenes one of our programs to actually get up and take a look at Lucky in this back area as well.
Well, Neil, thanks for joining us. Of course, a great Christmas gift, I might add, it would be a new zoo family membership, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. You know, that's one thing that you can, you know, and the neat thing about that too, guys, is that this year, through June, July, and August, we're going to be open every day till 8 o'clock at night.
Ooh,
so you're going to be able to, yeah, if you want to come out after work or whatever, you can be able to do that. So it'll be a big change, more hours, and the Zoo Pass membership is the same price as this year.
Awesome. Thanks, Neil.